So what an absolutely incredible place this is. This is Kullu in Himachal Pradesh in the north of India, right up in the Himalayas. Just incredible. This is the view from my room here, and this town is just so cool. Little remote little sort of Himalayan town. It's absolute chaos when you go outside, but the scenery is just stunning. I mean, look at that. You can't beat that. The hotel here, by the way, this is the Shobla Royal Hotel, if you're ever looking at coming this way. The owner's been so nice, Kavish. He's been very hospitable to me since I've been here. They've even been going out to the shop, getting me beers and stuff like that. Really nice place to come, so I highly recommend it. But anyway, today we are saying goodbye to Kullu, for now at least, and taking a little bit of a ride out here on a very cool form of transport. Thank you, bye-bye. Right, off he goes. We're here at Kullu Airport then, ready to check in. We're taking a ride hopefully today on a helicopter. This is going to be fun, isn't it? We're going to go try and check in now and see if we can get through the airport and get out of here. Right, it's a bit of a strange setup here at Kullu Airport. I don't know whether you have to check in or not. He said there was no check-in. They just looked at my passport and my ticket and just let me in the terminal. So I don't know whether you have to do sort of, I presume there's security and stuff to go through in a bit. But for now, I've just got to wait here until somebody turns up from Pawan Hans Helicopters to go and let us in. So this chopper is a very tiny chopper, very small chopper. I'm going to be getting a ride on today, and as a result of that, it's very weight sensitive. So you have to, when you book, you have to put how much your hand baggage is going to weigh, how much you weigh. I was kind of quite over exaggerating my weight a little bit, so I didn't want to. I wanted to make sure that it was going to be all right, but a few people have come and they've not got any hand baggage allowance, and they're trying to get bags on and stuff, and that's obviously going to cause issues to get on this small chopper. So we'll see what happens. So I got my boarding pass. It's a handwritten boarding pass. I've not had one of these for a very long time. It's only as far as Mandi, which is the first stop as well. I think apparently we get a second boarding pass for the next leg after that. So yeah, exciting. Quick, move out of the way. Right, so we got through security here at Kullu, quite easy, quite straightforward compared to other places I've been to here anyway, especially compared to Delhi, but very straightforward. But now waiting for the helicopter to come, and then we can wait for it, get to the chopper and get on our way out of Kullu. It wasn't long before my ride back down the mountain turned up this 35-year-old Aerospatiale SA365 Dauphin. It was delivered brand new to Pawan Hans Helicopters in 1986, and it's been with them ever since. Thank you. How cool is this? We're on board the helicopter now, heading down the mountain towards Chandigarh. Very cool. Look at this thing, look. Proper workhorse of a helicopter this is. This is going to be an amazing ride. Leg 1 today then took me from Kulu to the tiny helipad at Mandi. Flight time for this leg was 13 minutes, cruising at 5,000 feet. So here we are then, airborne out of Kulu on board the SA-365 Dauphin helicopter belonging to Pawan Hans Helicopters. Such a cool way to fly. This is probably one of my coolest flights yet. Pawan Hans are a government-run helicopter company, and they operate these little connectivity flights out to the tiny villages all around the north of India and across India as well, I believe, using these Dauphin helicopters. It feels like I'm on board some sort of military helicopter or something. It's so cool. So flight today then takes us down, eventually down to a place called Chandigarh. On the way down there, we're taking 2 stops, one at a place called Mandi first, and then down at a place called Shimla, which is the second one. So yeah, first stop today though is down to Mandi. A big thanks to this week's video sponsor, Opera, the web browser and not the American chat show host. When they came to me and asked me to try out their browser, I was a little bit skeptical, because when it comes to things like web browsers, I know what I like and I like what I know, but I really like Opera. So aside from things like the built-in ad blocker that it has, there's some really cool features that come included with the Opera browser. For example, you can get WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger built into this little sidebar at the side of the screen. It's also got Instagram built into it as well, so you don't have to pick up your phone and scroll through Instagram. There's a music player built in that's linked to Spotify and Deezer and Apple Music and all sorts of other good stuff like that. Talking of media, when it comes to things like YouTube, this is a really cool feature. If you're watching a YouTube video, you can sort of flick to another app. It will keep the YouTube video playing in the corner of the screen. That is such an amazing thing. The thing I love the most about the Opera browser though is that all of my Chrome extensions, I could just sort of put them all in Opera. But Opera just uses Chrome extensions just like you would get in Chrome. Opera's also got this little pinboard feature. It's a little bit like Pinterest, so you can sort of pop things that you like and come across on the internet onto a board and share it with people and share all your goodness. Opera browser is completely free of charge to install. It installs on all sorts of desktop operating systems, Linux, Mac OS, Windows, you name it. And the link to install it is down in the description. So what are you waiting for? Go and click that link and let's get back to the video. So we've landed at our first stop today. Oh, Mandi. Mandi in India. And I don't know whether we're getting any more passengers. They're not switching the engines off or anything. They're just sort of, oh no, looks like we're off again. Oh, that was a quick stop. Okay, next stop, Shimla. The second leg today took us from Mandi down to Shimla. Flight time on this leg was 18 minutes, cruising at 7,000 feet. So So there's really only three ways you can get in and out of Kulu up in Himachal Pradesh. One of them is to take Alliance Air. The issue with Alliance Air is that when they fly back down to Chandigarh, they can only have a certain number of passengers on board, which means that the flight is full every single day. They've got like 20 passengers on. It ends up costing about £300 for a one-way ticket from Kulu to Chandigarh. And because of the aircraft being weight restricted on the way out, of course, they can only get 20 people on board, so it's just crazy. So the flight is a very difficult option to get. Driving is about an 8-hour drive down to Chandigarh, and people take taxis or buses down to Chandigarh. And of course the other option that you've got is, by far I think, the coolest option is the helicopter, which takes a total of about 2 hours to do the journey with 2 stops along the way, but it only costs about 60 quid for this flight. Incredible. And we get to experience this amazing ride on board the helicopter on the way back to Chandigarh. It's amazing. It is by far the coolest thing I've done since I've been in India. I love it. Say this is quite possibly the most incredible thing I've done since I've been in India. This is just amazing. Honestly, if you find yourself in this part of the world, come and get a ride on one of these things. The scenery is amazing. The ride on this beautiful old helicopter is just incredible. Just amazing. I love it. So on the ground here in Shimla airport in India. Usually this airport sees service from Alliance Air, operating on behalf of Air India, but since COVID happened, they've not had any commercial flights in with the aircraft, so it's just the helicopter with Pawan Hands that flies in here now on the route down to Chandigarh. But yeah, fantastic experience so far. We've stopped here for a little bit of fresh air and just to catch our breath for a little bit, and then we'll be off on the next leg. I think they're putting a bit of fuel in it as well, so we'll be off on our next leg very soon down to Chandigarh. About a 15-minute flight, the pilot said, down to Chandigarh. Amazing fun. The final leg today then took me from Shimla back to Chandigarh.
Flight time on this leg was 21 minutes, cruising at 7,000 feet. What an absolutely incredible experience. I cannot emphasise how much fun I'm having on this flight. It's just amazing. You could fly on Power and Hands for like 60 quid, 68 quid I think this cost me for this flight. From Chandigarh, or from Kullu down to Chandigarh. It operates the other way too. Just absolutely incredible that you can do this and fly on this incredible machine across this beautiful scenery and terrain. Just feels incredible, really does. This thing is just absolutely bloody incredible. The noise, you feel everything, like every single bump you can feel the aircraft shaking about. The noise is absolutely immense. It's like riding on a Chinook or something, like for the military. It's incredible. Just imagine that, like dropped off into some tropical rainforest somewhere. Oh, just amazing. Look at that view as well. Good Lord. My ride back down the mountain to Chandigarh cost me £68, working out to a cost of a rather pricey 73 pence per mile. This is still a third of the price of a flight on Alliance Air and a lot more fun, and compared to the alternative of an 8-hour drive down the mountain, I'd say it was pretty good value for money. As always, a massive thank you to my patrons for helping to make these videos possible. You can join them at the link on the screen now for access to my WhatsApp group, Zoom calls with me, and much more.
So here we are then, Chandigarh International Airport, after an absolutely incredible couple of flights with Power and Hands. And what an amazing experience that was, flying over those mountains and dropping down into those tiny little airfields, the helipad at Mandi and the tiny little airfield at Shimla. Just absolutely incredible fun. My ears are ringing, and I think they're going to be like that for a very long time. But wow, what an experience. Let me know what you thought to this video down in the comments, and also I'd like to know from you if you were in or wanting to get to Kullu, which why wouldn't you? It's an amazing place. Would you prefer to take the Alliance Air ATR or the helicopter, or even the road, which I don't know why you do that, but let me know down in the comments. But anyway, I'm off to get my next flight out of Chandigarh, so thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.